What's up, everybody? Chris closes your deal here with Real Estate Investing Made Easy and Lazarus Property Group, and about to jump on some seller calls. So let's make it happen.
Chris Peg.
Hey, can I speak to Janelle?
This is Chris. Sorry, I'm her husband.
Oh, hi, Chris. How you doing? This
So
is Chris
we
also.
just fine. Nice to speak with you.
Yeah, you too. You too.
Excuse me.
Sorry I missed the connection earlier today. Just had some family stuff come up unexpectedly, and
No
so
problem.
yeah. Yeah, it looks like I guess at some point you guys were texting with one of my colleagues about this property you guys have on Pacific Street up in Oceanside
Right.
that you guys are considering selling it.
Yeah, we were. I'm just trying to sort of see what the options were. We had it listed for a while, and then we ultimately took it down, and just didn't want to go back through the process of relisting it. I just kind of wanted to see what was available.
Got it. Okay. All right. How long ago did you guys have it listed?
Um, Gosh, probably 6 months ago, maybe.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Perfect. And by the way, I do have to let you know all calls are monitored and recorded for quality and training
Okay.
purposes.
Okay.
Um, Really, the point of this call is to see if the property qualifies for getting an offer from us as is.
Okay.
Um, that
Yeah.
we have two main reasons why we're looking for properties. We're either
Okay.
going to renovate the property and up to 2024 standards and put it back on the market, or we're
Right.
going to keep it and hold it as some sort of a rental property. So by
Yeah.
the end of this
Okay.
call, I'll either be able to get an approval from the underwriters with an offer, or they'll deny it and they'll tell us exactly why. And if it does get
Right.
approved, then some of the benefits of working with us is that when we buy the home, it's as is. We cover all the closing costs. You don't have to pay commissions or anything like that out of
Right.
the purchase price or anything. Okay.
Okay.
Um, Cool. Do you mind grabbing a pen and a piece of paper? I'm going to have you jot down some contact
Sure.
info and then some other info
Okay.
if we get this approved.
Okay.
All right. So my name is Chris Deal, like let's make a deal.
Okay.
And our company is Lazarus Property Group, like Lazarus in the Bible.
Okay. Yeah.
And then our office number here, which may be the same number that's showing up on your call ID, is 619-525-7132.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I think I texted over the website. There's been some, or Mary might have texted it over to you,
Yeah.
but there's been some issues with the mobile site. It's like coming up in Latin or something, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
weird. Um, all right, cool. So I guess catch me up to speed. Is this your primary, or you guys been renting this, or?
No, it's an Airbnb. So we
Oh,
use it
okay.
as an Airbnb. It's a condo it's a waterfront condo on the beach.
Got it. Okay. Waterfront condo. And no HOA restrictions for that?
No, there are. I mean, it's part of a larger. I forget the name of the thing. Unfortunately, my wife just left for a second. She would know the.
Oh,
Let me
got it.
see if I can find it here. Um, Trying to look for this name
You guys bought it what, back in looks like 2021?
here. I think so. Yeah. It is. Let me see if I. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can dial her in.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
Are you there, Chris?
Yes.
And Janelle, are you there?
Yep.
Okay.
Hi,
What's the
Janelle.
name of the place? What's the name of
Good.
the overall property?
Are you talking to me, Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, it's called North Coast Village.
North Coast Village.
North Coast Village. Okay. Got it. All right. And you guys have been using it as an Airbnb. Has it been like that the entire time that you've owned it, or was it an Airbnb since before you guys bought it, or?
I think the guy that owned it before us was also using it partly as an Airbnb, but I think he lived there some of the time too.
Got it. Okay.
But since we purchased it, yeah, it's been all short-term rentals.
Got it. Okay. All right. And the HOA, I'm guessing there's an HOA, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The HOA is somewhere around 800.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. That's monthly.
Yeah, and then right now there's a special assessment. I don't know when that expires, but my monthly HOA is usually around 1,100, but that includes fees for check-in. They check in all of my guests.
Oh, okay.
You can pay the HOA you can pay the HOA to do that for you. It's considered a condotel. So the minimum is 2 nights that you can rent it out. And so yeah, they'll check in your guests for like $35.
Oh, got it. Like $35 each time?
Yes, for each guest, but it's 24/7. So if it's after hours, they can check in at the security station.
Got it. Okay.
So that part's nice. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Okay. Well, that answers my other questions. There's not really much in the way of short-term rental restriction or anything like that, other than the minimum 2-night stay. So that's
correct. Yeah, and I think North Coast Village was originally built with the concept that it would be a condotel, like a short-term rental. So I know they're starting to limit some short-term rentals in Oceanside. But North Coast Village is supposedly going to be grandfathered in forever because of what they were originally built for.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Perfect. And great. So I guess how has the Airbnb rentals been going for you?
It's not bad. It is so the first 2 years we bought it in November of
2021.
Yeah. So 2022 and 2023, I made my rents for 22 were like 65 and my rents for 2023 were 70. And I only listed it on Airbnb, and that was just with me managing it completely myself. I made the mistake of letting a property management team take it over because I was kind of tired of running it. And 2024 was a decent hit for us. They they manage a lot of the properties in North Coast Village, and they just didn't really give a lot of attention. My mistake here is going to be.
Sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing you.
That's okay. Sorry, what did you last hear?
I heard the 2024 property manager didn't really do a great job. You guys took a hit, and that's kind of where I lost you.
Okay, so this year my rents are probably going to be about 50. I took it back over the beginning of August.
Okay. Got
So
it.
now I'm managing it myself again.
Okay. Is that and that's year to date 50, or is that through the time that they've managed it?
That's for the whole year. That's including what they made for me.
Got it. Okay.
So they took over. Yeah, I think they took over. Go ahead.
So that's the whole time up through August that they've managed it, plus the last 2.5 months that you've managed it.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Have you seen an uptick in like the average monthly rent that you've been making since you've taken it back over?
So actually what they did, in my opinion, is they price it too high. And they have a lot of restrictions on length of stay. So I have a lot of repeat guests, and if they like want to come back the following year, but they want 6 nights, not 7, they wouldn't give them that. So no, in answer to your question, I actually have a pretty good nightly rate, but I get a lot of repeat customers for that reason. So my occupancy goes up.
Got it.
I just don't charge as much as they charge.
Okay. Got it. And,
But my next summer's already pretty full.
oh, okay. Got it. Summer pretty full. And, just to make sure we're talking about the same numbers. So when you said the 65 and 70 for 2022 and 23 versus 50, that's the top line rent, right? You're not like, the 50 is not like deducting the management fees and everything else, right? That's your top line rent rate.
Correct.
Okay.
That's
All right,
just
cool.
money in rent. Yeah.
Got it.
They were charging me like 25%. Yeah.
Okay. 25%, you said?
I think in management fees.
Ooh. I mean, 20% is pretty standard.
Yeah, and I had already gotten most of the summer booked, the 2024 summer. They wanted me to cancel all of those, and they were going to rebook them because they, thought that I had underpriced my unit. But then based on how they performed, I was grateful I didn't cancel all of them because it would have really hurt my business anyway. So anyway, I have a lot of people that come back, and but there are a lot of people looking more now to buy and live in the units, and the HOA is going to allow washer dryers to be installed, which is kind of huge. So they're voting on that this month, and I think they're going to approve it, which I think it was kind of a drawback for some people looking to live in it as, or have as a second home because there's no washer dryers in the unit.
Got it. Are there washer and dryers on site?
Yes. So there's 2 buildings. There's the main building, and then we're off in the A building. And each one has its own laundry room with, all card activated, nice washer dryers.
Got it. Okay. All right. Okay. So I guess the big question for me is like, why sell it at this point?
Yeah. So we have a mortgage on it. We own a few different properties, and and the other 2 that I manage are long-term rentals, which obviously are a lot easier. The concept of this was I thought it would be a little more fun than it is.
You mean somebody sold you the dream of passive income in the short-term rental space and it didn't turn out that way? Never.
Yeah. So my dad actually owned a beach house in Bradenton Beach growing up that he rented. So, there was some sentimentality here. My parents moved here from California or from Florida, and I thought, I can have something my dad can help me manage. And it's actually pretty easy in the world of management. I mean, like I said, I only have it listed on Airbnb, and there's probably a lot more I could do. It's not our other properties we break even or make a little bit of money on, and this one I don't. So I just said, we're looking at a daughter into college in a couple years, and would it make more sense to put that money elsewhere? And I think it does.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's the challenge. I mean, with Southern California in general, I mean, it sounds like your other rentals are probably not in Southern California. Am I wrong about that?
Well, they are, but again, they're long-term rentals. One of them we bought in 2014 as our primary residence. It. So that was really easy, and just long-term rentals are obviously easier when you're working and trying to do this on the side.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
and when you bought them
it
10 years ago, prior to the market skyrocketing, then it's easier to cash flow. I mean, you can't buy a rental if you wanted to in SoCal and make it cash flow unless it's a short-term rental, and even then, it could be pretty taxing and difficult to get it to really cash flow unless you got like a really unique space and or you're really good at marketing it, so yeah, there's a lot of
I think,
challenges.
no, I did the numbers, and if we didn't have a mortgage on this property, I think we'd make like 30 grand a year.
Yeah.
With me managing it. So that's not super impressive, but it's something. So yeah, when we had put it on the market, you know, I'm honest with people. Like, if you're going to carry a mortgage on it, you're probably not going to, if you're going to be like I am, you know, where you're not really making any money on it, you're paying. So
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Okay. So you guys listed it. It looks like you listed it for right around what you bought it for, and then
yeah,
you pulled it off the market, or you reduced, actually, you went all the way down from 1.4 to 1,295, and then about 2 or 3 weeks later just pulled it. What was the feedback you guys were getting? Oh, did I lose you guys? Hello? Chris, Janelle, you there? Uh-oh. Looks like we dropped the call. All right, let me what's up, Rain and Woman? I'm doing great. We're almost moved into the house and we're closing here. A really cool, unique structure that I think is gonna be fantastic.
Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
Chris. Sorry about that. I don't know what
Hey,
happened. It just cut out.
you got cut up? Okay, hang on just 1 second.
No worries.
Janelle, are you there?
yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yes.
You
Sorry
there, Chris?
about that. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if you caught the last question I asked was like, what kind of feedback were you guys getting as you had it listed? Because it wasn't listed for like a ton of time. I mean, it was, maybe almost 2 months.
Yeah, I think when we listed it was kind of not a great time. So there was another one that sold for 1.9, either right before I listed mine or while I listed mine. But ours is on the water. There's a bathroom right in front of it. And so people who want to buy it to live in, they don't love the bathroom being there. To be honest with you, it's really never been an issue if you're buying it as like a short-term rental. People don't mind it. I put it in the listing, of course. There's pictures. But for somebody to live in it as a long-term property, they don't love that part of it.
Got it.
The unit directly to my left that doesn't have the bathroom directly in front of it, the same management company that I stopped using, they manage that one, and he says they get 90 a year in rent, and that's literally directly next to me. So same view, except of course the bathroom. So
Yeah, got it. Okay.
but
Is
yeah,
it?
it hasn't been a big issue. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. And I apologize because it sounds like maybe, and I don't know if it's just because of the three-way connection or something. It sounds like there might be a little bit of a lag. So if I apologize if it feels like I'm ever like trying to step on your toes when I'm talking. That's not my intention. So, but I think there's a little bit of a lag. Yeah, I guess is there like a smell coming from the bat? Like, does it smell like a bathroom when you're sitting out on the deck?
No.
Okay.
No, definitely
Okay.
not. And yeah, what I usually tell people is that bathroom is cleaner than mine because they clean it every single morning at 4:30 in the morning. Like they pressure clean the entire thing. The city of Oceanside actually does a pretty good job of keeping things very clean.
Yeah.
But it's it's happening. It's the Strand. I don't know if you've ever been there. So
Yep.
cars come past. It's kind of a lot of fun. People watching. So.
Yeah.
Again, if people aren't managing it as a short-term rental, I just tell people, like, this is a happening place. There's a lot going on, especially in the summer. And so I've just been upfront with people about it, and people tend to like it. They book every year. So,
Yeah.
but obviously, if you're going for, like, a quiet, peaceful, that's not Oceanside Beach.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, totally.
you definitely have to market to the right people. But no, it definitely doesn't smell, nothing like that. I did but I put in a temporary portable AC for the master because it faces the Strand. And so, in the summer, because it's so busy, that way people can close that window and then use the portable AC, which keeps it nice and cool in there, and then they don't hear any of the noise.
Got it.
So
Okay.
that tend to work really well in my lab.
Yeah. Okay. Did you guys, when it was listed, I'm guessing you used a listing agent for this, right? It wasn't like you didn't just do like a for sale by owner or anything, right?
Correct. My aunt is my realtor, so we've done a ton of, sales or purchases and sales with her. So
Got
she
it.
listed it for me. It's pretty easy for me to get her to just like pop it up there.
Yeah.
And I just said, hey, let's see if we get any takers. But then we had to pull it down because of summer. It's too busy in the summer, and I can't show it because it's
Yeah.
constantly full.
Okay.
So I just said, hey, I have some openings in April, May, unfortunately, because my property management company didn't do so great. So why don't we list it?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was quiet. So I just said, hey, let's just see if we can get any takers. But,
Yeah, yeah. So it wasn't yeah, you weren't going full bore with the listing. You're like, hey, I got a little bit of flexibility right now. Let's put it up. Let's see what kind of traction we can get. If we can get something and move it, great. If not, like let's just take it down and go back to our rentals through the summer until we kind of get to the slow season again.
exactly,
Okay.
because I knew at that point, and I had already told the property management company that I was going to take back over.
Mm,
But I asked them to manage it through the summer because it's just so busy. So
mhm.
I would have liked to have sold it before I did all the work of taking back over, which, is a lot of work to get my lid-ins, all my stuff back in, the whole bit.
Yeah,
Now I've done that and we're up and running and things are good. But yeah, ideally I would have liked to have sold it before I did all that.
got it.
But we're
Yeah.
good. We're back up and going. So.
No, that makes sense. Okay. What, I mean, so you guys only bought it a few years ago. I mean, did you guys at least got a good interest rate on this?
It's decent. I think it's 4.75 maybe.
Okay. All right. That's not too bad. I'm actually,
Yeah.
I'm taking over. So my wife and I are closing on a house literally this week. All the docs are getting sent out, and I don't know if you're familiar with this. I mean, you're in real estate. Well, you have experience in real estate, so maybe you're familiar with this type of transaction. But we're basically buying it subject to the existing mortgage, and the seller has a 4.62% interest rate, so we're able to take over that interest rate and put a little cash in their pocket because they weren't
Oh
able to
wow.
sell. Yeah, it worked out really, really well for us. So super excited about that. But okay, what's your
And the mortgages have to be. That has to be. Oh, sorry. When you get the mortgage, it has to say that it's transferable, though, right?
No, it doesn't
Or
actually.
no?
So
Okay.
what you're thinking of is an assumable mortgage. So two different things, right? You have an assumable mortgage, and the easiest way to explain it is you're still like if you're going to buy a property and go through the assumption process, you still have to go through the whole credit check qualification process. And then what they do is they formally transfer or you're formally assuming the debt. So you're now it's as if they lent it to you originally, right? So that's the assumption process. There's multiple downsides to the assumption process. One of them being is it's not a streamlined process. I've seen them take as long as 9 to 12 months, and a lot can change in 9 to 12 months. So it's kind of a headache. Subject to is where I'm purchasing the home subject to the existing mortgage remaining in place as it is. Nothing is changing with the mortgage. So in this scenario, the mortgage will remain in the seller's name. The title, and there's more to the way we're structuring this one. We're actually structuring it as a trust, and my wife and I are going to be the beneficiaries of the trust for like tax purposes and everything. So the title is actually being transferred into a trust, and then my wife and I are being named as beneficiaries of the trust. And so there's additional tax benefits, like we'll get the tax basis, like the property taxes are going to be based on when the seller bought the home as opposed to it getting reassessed to today's value and then taxed. And then
Oh, cool.
in the future, the seller passes away. Let's say it's worth, it's an $800,000 house, but let's say it's worth $2 million when the seller passes away. Then we'll get it as the beneficiaries and we'll get the step up basis. So it'll be as if we bought it for $2 million, but our taxes, property taxes will still be based off of when they bought it 2 or 3 years ago. So there's a lot of creative structuring to that, but it's a really cool way. And we were able to help them out. They weren't going to be able to sell their house without writing a check to sell it just because they didn't have any equity. And in this scenario, we were able to actually put some cash in their pocket and get it done. So it worked out for everybody. So, but yeah, that's kind of why I was asking a little bit about, interest rate and stuff like that. Cause, I'll be honest. I mean, at first glance, just hearing the whole situation, the value, like what it could rent for, I don't know that there's a world where we'd be able to cash flow really, with it as a short-term rental, certainly not as a long-term rental. And just looking at the pictures of it, I don't know that there's really much in the way of value add that we could do to where we could, force any type of appreciation to make some money. So, I'm kind of, I guess, like what's your goal? I know you reduced it down to like the 1,295, but I mean, is there any world where you guys just hold on to the property and you're like, you know what, we just got to stick this out longer? Or, I mean, no,
Sure.
we definitely have
Yeah.
to sell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
No, we definitely don't need to sell. I mean, most of the places, even the other properties we have, I usually run on a deficit the first few years anyway. So
Yeah.
this one is just because of how much work it was this year with that disappointing performance.
Yeah.
I can live with how it was the first 2 years.
Yeah.
So that I'll just go back to that. I mean, I actually don't have any doubt that I'll get back to my numbers. Just because I'm more, that I just manage it better because I'm more personal and, I get the repeat guests. So, yeah, but absolutely. I'm not just going to give it away because I don't want to.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I'm fine with holding on to it. So
Yeah.
that would be our plan. We would just,
Gotcha.
So, yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of where we are on it.
Okay. All right. What's your debt servicing on it?
What does that mean? Sorry.
Well, sorry, your like your monthly mortgage payment with taxes and insurance.
4,700.
4,700. Okay, got it. So yeah, so
So
even
we put down like 6 something.
got it. Okay. Got it. Okay. So yeah, so you're not, I mean, all things considered, I mean, if, even if you just went back to 2022 and you brought in 65, that's still like 5,400 a month. I mean, generally speaking, most short-term property managers are going to be doing about 20% for managing it. So, I mean, you'd be at like 4,400 bucks net. So, I mean, you're not taking a terrible loss there if you're hiring, a traditional STR manager. But if you're managing it yourself, I mean, you should be, putting a little bit of money in your pocket, right?
Yeah, and that's what I would do. I'm definitely not going to have it
Yeah.
managed to get. I'm too anal for that. So yeah, I mean, my plan will just be I'll list it on more sites. I literally only had it on Airbnb, and it had done so well the first 2 years. Really, it surprised me.
Yeah.
How well it had done. So then I thought for sure these guys would do, get even more money in, and then it was like, ugh. So
Yeah.
and yeah, I put a lot of work into the place. It actually looks really good. So
Yeah.
and I actually think Oceanside is probably going to, there's a lot happening in Oceanside, and I think if they continue to limit short-term rentals by the beach, that this property is probably going to be a good thing to have. So
Yeah.
my
For
thought is
sure.
if I sell it, I'll probably regret it, but if I hold on to it, it's just going to be work, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So,
Got it.
I am doing active management now, so if tax-wise we can do deductions from our salaries and all that. So there's some upsides to it too. So
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and you get the depreciation and everything, all that.
right.
So, okay. You'd mentioned something about, I guess, one of your kids going to school at some point and like, just trying to sell it to get some funds for like college, or is that kind of what the main thing was you're thinking?
Well, more like restructuring our financial picture with the amount of properties we own, with any aid that she could get. I don't think it's going to matter, but you looking into that stuff and, putting some of that money into our primary residence, paying that down, refinancing our current one would probably make more sense from the FAFSA perspective. But,
Got it.
those are just things I think about. And then I also have older parents that I'm trying to help out that I
gotcha.
may, we actually own one property together. So, just other stuff that we could potentially do with the money.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, something, especially,
Exploring, none of it's like,
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you're trying to, if they're looking at your assets and they're like, well, you guys make too much, you have too much in assets, even though they're not considering the liabilities so much, but you have too much in assets to qualify for these types of programs. So yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of creative ways. I don't know if all of these properties are in your guys, in your personal names. You know, if they are, I would recommend talking to like a trust attorney, because there's a handful of ways that you can structure things, move things around, grant deed it over to a trust, and then kind of do some estate planning that kind of, can shelter some things a little bit, and give you a little bit more asset protection as well as kind of shielding some things a little bit. You know what I mean? Um,
yeah.
so that's something you could look at. I mean, are you guys the other properties that you mentioned, like with your parents and stuff like that? I mean, are there any other properties you're considering selling? Because we buy all over the country, so doesn't just have to be in Southern California.
The other one would be maybe the one that we own with my parents. That would kind of be maybe an option. And that's in San Diego. It's near San Diego State.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
That would be rented, and we're covering our nut on that one. So,
Got it. Okay. All right. So nothing else really, like,
possibility we may reach out at some point about that, but I think
Yeah.
this is kind of the first one.
Okay.
The only one not making money.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, I mean, look, here's the deal. I would love to be at the end of a conversation like, yeah, this sounds like, we can all, solve each other's problems and, get a deal here. But I mean, it sounds like you're on the right track, taking the reins back, you've done it before, you can do it again. You're going to minimize your costs, you're going to get some revenue coming in from it. It's certainly going to appreciate, especially once the election's done and, the market kind of settles and, God forbid, we don't end up with somebody who's terrible, which I'll, retain my opinion for another time. But if things go well, then, we should have a real estate friendly president and things, start going back up, interest rates coming down. And, I think that'll be a better situation. You'll be able to, figure it out. And then with your aunt being the listing agent, I mean, it's not like you're paying a full commission. If you do need to sell it, you'll be able to do it that way. So, yeah, I think you guys will figure it out. But again, if everything is in your personal names, I would highly, highly, highly encourage talking to a trust attorney and seeing how you could, do some estate planning stuff, restructure, move some things around, and that might give you, some added tax benefits and some some extra security as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
We will be looking into that for sure. Well, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, no worries. It's a pleasure. And if anything ever changes, any of the other properties you guys have, you decide, what, hey, I think we want to move on from this. We specialize in, in fixers. So if you have something that's like, tenants beat up and you're like, I really don't want to put the work into it, that's something that's high on our priority list of what we're looking for. And if you guys know anybody that's looking to sell something like that, let us know and we'll be happy to help out.
All right. Absolutely. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Chris.
guys.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your day.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
All right. See ya. All right, guys. Well, try to see if there was any world where something could make sense there, but it just doesn't really look like it. So it's gonna be take that one out of the list and let's go for some more. Let's see if we got anything else. All right, share sibling, retire, relocating. Oh, brand new one. You guys are just jumping on, put in the chat where you guys are located and what kind of deals you guys are doing.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We will return your call.
For another shout. Let's try it again.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number.
Okay, next one. Sorry guys, texting a listing agent about a property we have here in Southern California. Okay, so this is a Jacksonville.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
So guys, if you're watching, curious what markets you guys are doing deals in, jump in the chat. Let's see, since the last time I was here, myself and three others join forces as real estate business partners and structuring our business, getting and working deals will be a team effort now. That's awesome, Reigning Woman. You mind if I share some advice with you on that process?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Okay, Fort Wayne. See, here's what I would recommend. What's up, Strat Daddy? Let's go. Yeah, so Reigning. So take it from me. I've been in a couple partnerships and couple quasi partnerships, and I got some advice years and years ago when I was going through premarital counseling, and our counselor at our church was basically like, some of the biggest problems in relationships in general, he was speaking specifically to marriages, but I think it's true in all relationships, is unmet, unspoken expectations, right? We all have expectations, whether we realize it or not, and whether we acknowledge it or not. And so the tendency is to put those expectations on others, thinking like in a marriage setting, it's like, oh, if my wife grew up where her dad always took out the trash and her mom always did the dishes, what expectations is she going to have? Well, the woman does the dishes and the man takes the trash out. Not that that's, if you do it the other way or one person does both, doesn't really matter, but that might be her expectations ingrained in her, and she might just think that that's normal. We always think that who we are and what we think and how we act is normal, and everybody else does those things. And so, you know, if we never discuss who's going to take the trash out and who's going to do the dishes, and I don't take the trash out, she might get annoyed because I didn't take the trash out because she has an expectation that I should be taking the trash out, even though it was never spoken to me. And so in business, it's a lot like a marriage. I would encourage you guys to get very, very, very clear about how you're going to interact with each other, who's going to be doing what roles, and also have metrics and KPIs to hold each other accountable. You have to have some level of accountability and accountability structures in place. Otherwise, things might not be getting done. And if you can't hold somebody accountable, one, if you don't have a tracking mechanisms to see like, okay, is this person doing the role that they're supposed to be doing at the level they're supposed to be doing it at? If you don't know the answer to that question, either you don't have tracking for it or you've never discussed it. And, it's going to make it very hard to have tough conversations about how things need to change and be improved upon. We've had that challenge, in our business, and, it's something to be cognizant of. And, I'd say definitely get very clear on what your expectations are and roles and responsibilities, KPIs, and all that. I got to turn this fan on. It's freaking hot. Hopefully that helps. All right. Hey, Strat Daddy, don't you work with, God, what's his name? Ex-football player, up in Fresno. I think it's Fresno. You guys are up there. Dean Rogers. That's who it is.
Hello?
Hi, is Catherine there?
No, she's not.
Is this Mr. Lancia?
It is. Who's calling?
Hey, this is Chris. I was reaching out to you guys because looks like one of you guys, it might have been Catherine, spoke with one of our referral partners about a property you guys own over on Bellini that you guys are considering selling.
Yes?
Awesome. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Yes, it currently is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. Is there what would be a better time for you?
Are you a realtor or a customer?
No, we buy properties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, it looks like I guess Catherine had spoken with somebody about it, and about the fact that you guys were possibly considering selling and moving, and they paired it with us because they thought we'd be a good fit. So that's why I was reaching out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's someone over here that we're talking with. So.
Oh yeah. No worries. No worries. Is there a particular time of day that generally works better for you guys?
Probably around 5, 6 o'clock would be better.
5 or 6 o'clock. Okay, got it. And and you guys live in the house right now, right? So it's like 7:20 over there right now.
Right.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I'll try to give you a call sometime tomorrow around 5 or 6 o'clock your time, if that works.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Awesome. Have a good one. By the way, what was your first name?
Jay.
Jay. Awesome, Jay. All right. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. See ya. Okay. Person smart and KPI. We're putting everything together carefully and intentionally. Just confirmed it's right. Awesome. Yeah, that's great. And then are you guys going to be on the LLC together, or are you going to have an operating agreement or something? Like, I would definitely encourage have something in writing, and also like pay structure, who's getting paid what, if you guys are splitting it 50-50 or everybody's getting 25% or whatever that is. Okay, top two, husband, Jay, between 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern time is. Okay, let's put that on a callback for tomorrow. So 5 would be 2 p.m. tomorrow. So I'll call that in the beginning of my live tomorrow. Next lead. Indianapolis. What? I love these notes.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Got the snake out. Who else makes seller calls with a snake around their neck? Anybody?
This is Bao Tupatang. Please leave me a voicemail or send me a text. Thank you. ไม่ใช่ Bao Tupatang Hello, this is Sal.
Hi, pal. This
Hello.
is hello, pal.
Hi,
Hey, this is Chris. How are you?
Chris. Good.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Chris who?
Yeah, I was
I don't have the
calling.
number saved. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no worries. This is Chris. My name's Chris Deal. I was calling because looks like you had spoken with one of my colleagues or one of our referral partners about a property that you own in Fort Wayne that you're looking at selling.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Did I catch you at a bad time?
I think he lives in Cincinnati or Kentucky or something.
Say that again.
Oh, I think he was calling me from Ohio or something, or Kentucky, but now you're in California.
Yeah, I'm based out of San Diego, so we have a few
Okay.
different referral partners that will reach out to sellers, and when when somebody is actually interested in selling, they'll pair them up with us if they think we're a good fit for them. So yeah,
Ah,
did I catch you at a bad time?
I'm about to walk into dinner
Oh, got it.
reservation. So sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no
So
worries, no worries. I don't want to keep you from your dinner
7
reservation.
o'clock here.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
When's a better time to connect with you?
I mean tomorrow will be fine.
Tomorrow? Okay. All right,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, I'll put it
Yeah, 'cause I don't want to talk business
for
anymore.
sure. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I'm looking forward to the end of the day here so I can put the headset down and not have to talk business anymore. So I get it. Any particular time of day tomorrow that works?
Anytime's fine.
Anytime is fine. Okay, perfect. Well, I'll put
Yeah.
you on the calendar to give you a call tomorrow and then yeah, we'll see
Okay.
what we can come up with.
All righty.
All right, I
Thank you.
appreciate you. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
All right. See
All
ya.
right. Bye-bye.
Looks like a diamond shaped head. Yeah, it's like she has like an arrow shaped head, sort of diamondy. Um, she is a ball python and she's a little sweetheart for sure. She just loves to like curl around my neck, my arm. And yeah, her name is Eve, which is pretty cool. Let me actually turn this fan off because it is blowing right on her. She only eats live mice. She won't eat frozen. So every few months we get to put her in a box with a live mouse and watch nature happen. Oh, you're about to fall off. Let's put her back on my neck. Okay. Call back tomorrow. All right, if you guys are just joining, let me know where you guys are located, what kind of deals you guys are doing, and chat. AFIK. AFAIK with the diamond head is indication of poisonous snakes. As far as as far as I know, the diamond head. You might be right about that. I don't know, but I mean, she's a ball python, so no venom, no toxins or anything like that. Yeah, she is a constrictor, so which is rather appropriate considering I'm a 11-year jujitsu guy. So she likes to strangle. Okay. Evansville.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 81.
Hello?
Hey, Amanda, this is Chris. How are you?
Sorry, I'm not sure who this is.
Yeah, this is Chris. I was calling because you had spoken with one of my colleagues about a property that you own over on Plaza Drive that you were considering selling. Did I catch you at a bad
Own
time?
a property. I don't own a property on Plaza Drive.
In Evansville?
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Maybe I have the wrong address. Is there any property you own that you're considering selling?
Nope.
Okay. Maybe you got the wrong number. All right.
Thanks.
Thanks. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye. Okay. See. We're gonna just put that in a not interested and let her get some automated text messages. You never know. Sometimes I've had people tell me they don't own a home, and then like 3 days later they get a text from us and they're like, yeah, I'm interested in selling. And then we get on the phone with them and they actually do own the property and they are looking to sell. Wow, that's super. No matter how long I've had this snake here, it's always creepy when she like slithers up and around my neck and like tickles the hair on your neck. It's always kind of wild. For the right price. I love when sellers tell heck, that's nuts. I love when sellers tell cold callers, yeah, for the right price, I'll sell. Really thought you were going to accept the wrong price.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Yeah, it is the whole buyers are liars and sellers are worse. That's for dang sure, man. You know, sellers lie all the time. Well, it's like Eric Klein, says, it's like you get somebody, you call them. These people get 10, 12, 15 calls like every single day from all these cold callers, right? Like, and that's why when somebody's like, "Oh, I don't want somebody calling my leads." Bro, somebody's already calling your leads. If they're not calling your leads, there's probably a reason they're not calling your leads. It's probably because you're pulling a list of garbage leads, right? Um, Somebody is always calling your leads. So who cares whether somebody's calling your leads? But these people get called so many times. It's like you catch them on a bad day. They got crap going on. The last thing they want to do is talk to somebody, about selling their house. Maybe they tell them, "Oh yeah, I'm not interested in selling," or "You got the wrong number." You just keep following up. It's just a battle of attrition. I'm gonna fill up my water, but I'll still be here.
Hello. You have reached the residence of Rocco. You can leave a voicemail at any time now. Thank you.
That's pretty funny. Is John there?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang.
Okay, on to the next one.
Please leave your message for 678613416.
Aha, you thought you were going to hear the full phone number. Y'all trying to steal my leads. I don't want anybody calling my leads. All right, let's call this guy again.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying
Next.
You've reached Peter Stubbings with OmniSource. Please leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
So far we've got 2 deals that are crossing the finish line, and we got 2 others in the pipeline that should be closing soon here as well. But we're at about 35K between those 2 deals. We had a small, actually, no, sorry. 25 and 13. So what's that? 38, almost 40K. Yeah, we reduced the size of the team pretty substantially.
You've reached Peter Stubbings with OmniSource. Please leave your
cut
name and number, and
expenses
I'll get back to you as
alongside.
soon as I can.
Yes, we cut expenses, cut the team down. How about you? How much you got, Nick? Hawk, what's going on, man?
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We
Closing that deal 15th of December. Oh, which deal is that? That's the land deal, right? It's like 32 acres. Got it. What are you focused on, Nick? I've been distracted lately too, as much as I've been in here calling, because we're moving into our house here soon and closing on that. I've just had a lot of stuff going on with that, and inspectors, quotes on repairs, all this other stuff. So. Mm-hmm. 8-unit commercial residential property. Oh, nice. That's what's up. Dude, we got a couple big deals. We actually were in escrow. So over the weekend on Sunday, we got in contract with a buyer for this property that we bought for 515 and we're in escrow with a buyer at 705. So it's like a $195,000 deal. And then we got the property in Indy listed. That's got about a $285,000 spread. And then I just locked up a deal, it was last week, that looks to be like a $60,000 to $65,000 deal. So, I mean, just those 3 deals alone, you're talking close to $500,000. So, and all of those should close here in the next 60 to 90 days. So I'm hoping they'll all close before the end of the year. The one we got in Southern California, that one might go a little bit longer, but we'll see. The listing agent is going to go out and take a look at it on Saturday, actually. So, and she'll give us a pretty solid assessment. Let's call this chick again. No, money besides land transfer. Nice, dude.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We will return.
Yeah, dude, I need those to get across the finish line. New Haven, Indiana. Where the hell is New Haven, Indiana? Hopefully it's like right outside of Indianapolis. Oh, it's right outside of Fort Wayne. Okay. Fort Wayne's interesting. Everybody wants, wait, Todd Gurecki. Why does that name sound familiar? Out of all that, how much are we going to net? So on the 195, let's see. So the 195, that deal is a JV deal. And we have, that one's an interesting deal. So we actually bought it on a contract for deed. We paid $80,000 up front, and then we did a sub 2. It's like a $3,300 a month payment. So we've got about $100,000 out on that, maybe 110. And then, so when it's all said and done on that one, after realtor commissions, closing costs, paying our lender and everything, and then splitting it with the JV partner, we'll probably net 50 to 60 grand into our business from that deal. And then the other deal, the $285,000 spread in Indy, that one, it's not a JV deal. We don't have any lender money on that. I might actually bring $35K cash to close on it. And do a sub 2 on that one because there's such a big spread, and the husband and wife are going to be doing a divorce, and the last thing we want is the divorce situation to blow up that deal and bring it to a grinding halt when that much money is on the line. So I'm actually considering closing on that sub 2, and then that way we just have free reign to do with it what we need to. And then but that one, there's no JV partner. Let's see, on a 9, if it's sold at 950, I don't think it'll sell at 950, but let's say it sells at 900 times point. I'll say times 0.92, and then minus 660. That'll be like $170,000 net spread on that deal. So yeah, my wife's texting me. By the way, if you guys think like, oh yeah, you're gonna buy a house, next thing you know, like once you buy a house, then your wife is hitting you up about buying all this stuff. And we got a new mattress. We're upgrade into a king size, and now we got to get all new bed sheets. So she hit me up about these freaking bamboo bed sheets, and she got like a text message discount on them to bring the set of 2 bamboo bed sheets down to $423. Well, I'm like, and this is all online. We bought some bamboo sheets from this place up in Huntington Beach. It's the same company a while back, and the lady was super sweet, gave us, killer discount. So I'm like, call the Huntington Beach location and talk to the chick there and see what kind of discount she'll give. She did that, and she got like a 35% discount. So it's like $300 instead of 425. Yeah, wife draining the account. That's exactly what it is. Every time I turn around, she's like, "Oh, we need to get this, get this, get this." I'm like, "Yeah, we need to stop spending money." Our monthly, so our rent payment was $2,150. Our mortgage payment is going to be $5,000 a month. So we're more than 2.5. Yeah, it's like 2.5x. And she's going to spend money on everything else. I'm like, stop using my card.
Hello?
Hello, Todd.
Yes,
It's Chris. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good, good. Yeah, I was calling you about your property on Rolling Meadows Lane. It looks like you had spoken to one of my referral partners, and you were considering selling that property. I guess you were going to be relocating. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Is that the gentleman that I spoke with earlier today?
Honestly, I'm not sure when you spoke with him. It would have just been in the last, couple days.
And it was earlier today then.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Did I catch you at a bad time?
No, not at all.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, it looks like they mentioned in the notes that you were looking to relocate. So tell me more about that.
Well, excuse the yappies in the background.
No worries. You got some ankle biters over there?
They're more of shin biters.
Okay.
They're a little bit bigger than, they just sound like they're ankle biters.
Nice.
It's something that I'm tossing around. I'm not anchored to the Indiana area, and was entertaining the thoughts of moving elsewhere.
Got it. Okay. Where are you thinking you might move if you did?
Not exactly sure. I've seen a couple places in the Midwest, Iowa, Missouri, couple spots there that I was looking at.
Got it. Okay. All right. Nice. Awesome. Well, and by the way, I do have to let you know that all calls are monitored and recorded for quality and training purposes. The company has a pretty strict criteria for what they are looking to buy. So the point of this call today is just to see if your property even qualifies and fits into that criteria for getting an offer as is. We're generally looking to buy properties for one of two reasons. Either we're going to renovate it to the top of the market value and put it back on the market and sell it, or we're going to keep it as some sort of a rental property and hold it on our portfolio. So by the end of this call, I'm either going to be able to get an approval from the underwriters and we'll have an offer, or they're going to deny it and they'll tell me exactly why. Now, if it does get an approval, then, and we work together on this, some of the benefits of working with us is that we buy the home in its as-is condition, meaning you don't even have to sweep up on your way out. We cover all the closing costs, and there's absolutely no commissions taken out. All right. Do you mind grabbing a pen and a piece of paper? I'm going to have you jot down some contact info, and if we do get this approved, there'll be some other info you're going to want to take down as well.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let me, where's that notebook of yours?
I gave it to you when you put it over there somewhere.
Wow. I found it. Okay, and your name again is?
Yeah, my name is Chris Deal. Like, let's make a deal.
Okay.
And the name of our company is Lazarus Property Group, like Lazarus from the Bible.
Lazarus.
Lazarus.
Okay, I can scratch that out. Lazarus.
That is correct. And our telephone number here, if we ever get disconnected or you need to get a hold of anybody, is 619 525 7132.
Okay.
And then if you ever want to check us out on the web, make sure we are who we say we are. Our website is www.lazprop. That's LAZPROP.com.
Okay.
And, we've been in business since about 2009, and we operate in just about every state across the country. So,
okay, 619. What area code is that?
We're actually based out of San Diego, California.
You're in the right city, wrong state.
That I would certainly agree with you on. The only thing I hate about California is the politics.
100%.
And
well, the good part is you're in a conservative zone there.
Yep.
Being San Diego being right near the naval base, and
oh yeah, we've got.
I mean, military's.
Every military base you could imagine is, here in San Diego or within, half hour.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right.
So, yeah. And my church is full of military guys. We got, probably 25, 30 Navy SEALs. And, yeah, so very, very military friendly.
Good people to have on your side.
That's for sure. And then the guys that aren't in the military are all jujitsu guys, like myself, so I've been training for like 12 years. So yeah, so if anything were to ever happen, we got plenty of people that could handle business.
Yeah, but you got to take on the rest of California.
Yeah, well, that's okay because they don't have guns. They
yeah, that's right. They keep turning them in.
Yeah, they'll just they'll just tell me I offended them with the use of pronouns that they don't prefer. So
don't get me started.
But anyway, I'm sure we can have a long conversation about the course of politics in this country and the hope that
yeah,
crackhead Kamala doesn't get in. But yeah,
I like calling her knee pads.
Oh, that's great.
Feel free to use that.
Yeah, hey, you know, in certain circles, I will gladly oblige.
Yeah, not at church though.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I guess Todd, what is it that really has got you considering selling? I know you said you don't really have any anchor to the area or anything like that, but like, you know, what is it that's really kind of precipitating the thought of moving on?
Well, what the main thing is, there's a possibility of them building a casino about 4 miles away.
Got it. Yeah, that would certainly change the dynamics of the area.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Okay.
I mean,
Got it.
the neighborhood. Well, the neighborhood that I'm in, it's a coveted neighborhood. We've got you know, the HOA. The good thing about it is the HOA's not real intrusive. Pretty much as long as you you know, keep everything tidied up, they let you do your own thing.
Okay.
Which is a good thing.
What's the HOA fee monthly?
It's $75 a year.
75 a year.
35. Excuse me, 35.
35
So,
a year. Man, I spent more than that at dinner last night.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Okay.
yeah, they good thing they mainly use it for the basically keeping the streets clean during the winter and keeping the upkeep of the park.
Got it. Okay. All right. And I guess how long have you owned this property?
Since 2000. I'm sorry, since 2020.
2020.
Matter of fact, I moved in January 1st, 2020.
Okay. All right. Got it.
So-
it. And so, I guess what would selling this house really help you accomplish?
A hefty down payment on my next place.
Got it. Okay. All right. Do you still have a mortgage on this property?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay.
The mortgage. If you give me a second, I can pull it up. On what I owe. As soon as I can find. There it is.
Even a ballpark is good.
It's doing it to me. Getting into my mortgage
The app.
mortgage app. Yeah,
Nice.
there it is. Okay. Even though I say do not challenge me for the next 30 days, it still challenges me.
Oh yeah, of course.
Principal balance is 143,000.
142.
142,860.
Got it. Okay. All right. What kind of interest rate you got on that?
Oh, you're gonna love this. 2.75.
2.75%. Lucky dog.
Yes. I refinanced at the lowest interest rate in the last 100 years.
Yeah, pretty much. The lowest I've ever seen. So I have a rental property that we bought from a guy where we took over his mortgage, and it was a 2.25% interest rate. The lowest mortgage I've seen to date was a flat 2%. So, but yeah, I don't think we're going to see those anytime soon.
No.
What's your monthly payment on that?
It's 920.
920. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. All right. And is it just you that owns the property, or is there anybody else on title?
Yeah, it's my name only.
Okay. All right. Got it. Awesome. And I guess in an ideal world, you know, for you to take the next step, I mean, what were you hoping to get for the property?
I'd like 220. I'd like to get 220 out of it.
Like to get 220,000 for it?
Yeah. The properties in the area are going for around between 240 and as high as 310.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, let's see what we can make happen for you. Well, let's talk about the property. And before we talk about the inside of the house, I want you to talk to me about everything outside of the house, starting with the neighborhood. Is it primarily renters or more owner occupants?
It's more owner occupants.
Okay. All right, got it. And do you know what the speed limit is right out front there of the house?
I think it's 25.
25. Okay.
It's whatever the city limit is without speed limit signs, which I do believe is if there's no speed limit sign, speed is 25.
Got it. Okay. All right. And structurally, is there anything structurally wrong with the house?
Structurally, no.
Okay. Got it. And so no structural issues. What about the siding or the gutters? Are there any siding or gutters missing?
None missing, but a spot over top of the garage. The gutters a bit bent up from a shed slamming into my house.
Wait, did you say the gutters are banged up from a shed banging into your house?
Yes. We had a tornado come through the neighborhood.
I was about to say, like, that sounds like there's an interesting story to that. You don't typically expect a shed to be banging into gutters. Wow. Okay. All right. And that's all it did.
Yeah,
It just banged up some gutters.
Yeah, it's still functional. It's just bent and pulled away from the facade a little bit.
Got it. Okay. All right. Perfect.
Yeah, it's just in one spot.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Is there anything out back of the house that we couldn't see from like Google Street View pictures, like a pool, a shed? You know, not the one that
no.
flew through the tornado, but
No, the shed got put over on my neighbor's house.
Got it. Okay, so they got a free shed out of the deal.
Yes.
All right. Perfect.
They had to pull it off their roof, but free shed.
Well, I mean, it sounds like they just got a second story added for, free of charge.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that's wild. All right. Well, let's talk about the inside of the house, right? So, we go through the front door and, it looks like this home was built in 1986. So when you walk in the front door, does it look like I'm walking into 1986?
Actually, no.
Okay. All right. So, walk me through. You walk in the front door and take me through the place.
You're into the entryway. To the left, you've got left and kind of around the corner, you've got the entrance to the garage, and right next to that is a closet, a coat closet. And then when you're standing there looking straight forward is straight through to the back door, plus to the right is the living room. There is a loft all the way over to the right. The stairways up to the loft, which overlooks basically overlooks the living room. A little window there that overlooks the living room. Upstairs, what would you say that's about 20 foot by 13, 14 foot? Yeah, 20 by
is?
20 by 13 or 14, which is over the garage, over part of the garage, and then, if you've got a little attic area that goes all the way to the pretty much the rest of the length of the house is attic space.
Got it. So you get into the attic through the loft.
Yes, that's one of the spots you can get into the attic. And actually, no, that is the attic. In the garage, there's actual storage above the garage.
Okay.
Now you're back in the entryway. Turn to the left a little jog, and then you go into a small kitchen.
Okay.
Fortunately, it's a small kitchen.
What are the floors like throughout the house?
Okay, the entryway is linoleum, along with the kitchen. Carpeting through the hallway, living room, the loft, pretty much the carpeting's going to have to be replaced.
Okay.
It's just
got it.
Yeah, it's construction grade.
Okay. So it sounds like
now,
floors throughout the house will need to update.
Yeah, pretty much. Both of the bathrooms, there's the main bathroom, which is out about halfway down the hallway. That's actually tiled.
Okay. Is it like
ceramic tiled?
Is it from like 1986 when it was built, or have you guys done that recently?
Truthfully, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But they're 12 by 12 ceramic.
Got it. Okay. Does it have tiles on the wall too, like the older tile?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Fiberglass bathtub and bathroom wall or bathtub walls.
Okay.
I just described both bathrooms basically.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
both
they're
of them are like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
3 bedrooms. The first one is pretty much right across from the kitchen. The other 2 are at the back of the house, next to each other. The master, of course, has a master bath. And a couple closets,
What the so it sounds like both the bathrooms are, if not the original, then they were updated, quite a while ago.
Yeah.
What about the kitchen? Is the kitchen original to the build?
As far as I know, the cabinets, probably, they are stained wood.
Okay.
Linoleum countertops. The appliances are, we replaced the appliances about 2 years ago. New refrigerators, flat top stove, and dishwasher.
Okay, is there a built-in microwave?
No.
Okay. All right. What about washer and dryer?
They'll be going with me. They're in a utility room, pretty much kind of next and behind the kitchen.
Okay, got it. All right. Perfect. Let's see. Have you guys added anything to the home that should have been permitted, but you just,
No.
Okay.
No. There's everything's as far as anything that's been done to the home is if it needed permits was done before we moved in. Before we bought.
Okay. All right. And is there a basement or a crawl space, or is this property on a slab?
This is on a slab.
Slab. Okay. Any issues with the slab that you've encountered?
No.
Okay. And perfect. Let's say you guys weren't going to sell and you were going to stay in the house, and let's just say, Saturday you're strolling around, Lowe's, and they're like, "Hey, congrats, Todd. You are our millionth customer this month. And so because of that, you want our gifts, a gift certificate for $30,000. The only caveat is you have to take that 30 grand and you have to perform updates on this house and this house alone." What are the things that you would be doing to the house?
Updates, mainly flooring. I mean, if it came down to it, flooring. Countertops, yeah, new countertops and cabinets maybe, and at the least, or at the most, if it came down to it, windows. But I mean, we've got decent windows. They're, I do believe, double pane vinyl. So they're not the newest, but they're not the oldest either.
Got it. Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. So you do a bit, and it sounds like, to get everything up to 2024 standards, all the things you mentioned, right? The flooring, the countertops, the cabinets, the windows, probably the bathrooms, that type of stuff, would all need to be updated to bring it up to, 2024 standards.
I mean, yeah, all that could be done.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you would want to know about a house you were going to buy? Good, bad, indifferent?
A roof. The roof has been replaced within 10 years.
Okay.
So the roof is fairly new. As a matter of fact, it was inspected in, 2023? May of 23. And they said it was in top-notch condition.
Got it. Okay. Perfect. All right, great. Now, is there anything that I haven't asked you about that you guys might need help with when it comes to the sale of the property?
No, possible financing with the next place.
Okay. All right. Got it. And have you guys already looked at like some properties in those areas?
No, we haven't looked. I mean, there's a couple places that we're interested in, but we haven't contacted realtor or anything of that nature yet.
Okay. You have any idea what the houses in those areas are selling for?
Not what they're selling for, but I do know what the houses that we're looking at they're asking.
Oh, okay.
Actually, the one house that I was looking at in Iowa, I was seeing numbers around 110, 90, 140 in that area.
Oh, okay.
And they were asking 69 for the house.
Oh, wow. Okay. Got
Yeah.
it. All right, perfect. So you're looking for something, pretty inexpensive and, you probably just, possibly even just close cash.
Or real close to it.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Okay. Um, Perfect. All right. Well, everything that you guys have been giving me, I say you guys, everything you've been giving me, Todd. I know that is that your wife next to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your wife's name?
Fiance, wife.
Nice. What's your fiance's name, or should I call her fiance?
Lori.
Lori.
And she's in the other room now.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right.
So,
Perfect. How long you guys been engaged?
she.
Oh, you better remember this, man. She's been yeah, you're not helping yourself out right now.
How long have you been engaged? And... 7 years. See, she doesn't even know.
What? It's been that long, huh?
He didn't marry you before we left Georgia.
Oh man, when did you guys leave Georgia?
End of 2019.
Okay, all right. So
no, he said when.
Sounds like maybe COVID kind of, put a stall on the crossing the finish line situation a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah, other things. We're set in our ways.
Yeah, I hear you.
We're fine with the way the situation is right now.
I gotcha. I hear you. All right. Well, yeah, everything that you guys have been giving me, I've been putting straight into our system. That goes back to our underwriters, and they're running a report on the property. It's basically going to tell them everything that they need to know about it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you on a brief hold real quick. I'm going to run back, check in with them, see where they're at with the process, and I will be right back in just a few minutes. Unfortunately, we don't have any fancy hold music, so it'll just be silence on my end. But hey, at least you don't have to listen to like a Kamala ad during the hold. Did I lose you? Oh man.
Telephone number 4.
Let's see. Let's call him right back here.
I tried calling you back, but it said I couldn't connect with it.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. We got
That's
disconnected there. Yeah, I was just saying I'll put you on hold real quick. I'll run back there, check in on them, and but there's no like fancy hold music or anything like that. So you'll just be kind of sitting in silence.
Okay.
All right. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Yeah.
All right. Did I lose you?
Black coat on that, Kevin.
Somebody needs a haircut bad.
Okay, so he wants 220.
Oh God.
Greg
Considering
Bell,
you lose
what's
11 and look how short his hair is.
Yeah.
Maybe 5.
All right, guys. So I'm just looking through some pictures.
Anything pampered chef that you want?
Not really. Knives.
So always check Realtor.com.
Brad, is there anything pampered chef you want?
Realtor.com will almost always have.
She asked me, and I said
listed
knives.
Pics. All right, let's see here. Looks like a pretty nice house. Now the problem is the comps in the area.
Zucchini noodle carbonara.
So let's see. So let's go 3 2s, single family.
I got sent a pampered chef one pot meals cookbook.
And this is 1,800 square feet. So let's check up to.
It's an e-cookbook.
2,250 square feet. And let's get rid of this. Okay, 310. Let's just make this exact match. 210, 1,360 square feet. So this is larger, but this one is updated more. Yeah, updated kitchen, bathrooms, everything. How long did this one take to sell?
Oh, I've got a cookbook in here, I think. I think it's in here. That you could probably look through. Or might want to look through.
I'm going to take them off hold real quick. All right, Todd, you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, sorry about that. Actually,
It's okay.
don't have good or bad news for you quite yet. They had a couple other questions that I apologize for not getting the answers to earlier.
Okay.
The electrical panel box, has that been updated?
What would it have been?
Well, I mean, if it was built in '86, I mean, is it it's not fuses, is it, right? It's breakers?
No, it's breakers.
Okay, got it. All right. And then, are there any issues with the plumbing, or is that original?
I do. I don't think it's got the butylene pipes or the whatever them pipes. Huh?
Blue pipe.
I don't think it's the
PEX?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right. And okay, you said the roof was within the last 10 years. What about the water heater? Do you know how old that is?
I think that might be towards the. My brother's saying it's original, so.
Got it. Okay, got it. So that'll need to be done. Okay, got it. And I guess, what do you guys still need to figure out before you could actually pull the trigger on accepting an offer?
Whether we could actually get financing for the remainder of what I'm thinking on is going to be.
Finding the house and.
Yeah, well, finding the house also. That. Yeah,
Got
that's
it.
the first one.
Okay, so finding the house, and then of course just making sure that you could finance whatever you need to. How
Right.
much were you thinking of trying to finance?
It's going to be a small amount comparable to. I mean, if I find the house around 70,000, we're looking at 30,000.
Oh,
putting
okay.
40 down. We're going to put a large amount down.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. All right. So yeah, so it's not like you have to finance a ton. Okay. And
Right, right.
yeah, I guess if the underwriters were to come back with an offer that made sense for you guys, I mean, how soon do you think you would be looking to move and get everything all wrapped up?
All right. Probably after the first of the year.
Okay. All right. Got it. Okay.
She has a few. Lori has a few obligations before we can truly pull the trigger.
I gotcha. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. I mean, our standard closing timeline is usually within 30 to 60 days. So it sounds like you guys might
Right.
need a little bit more time than that. So
Right.
I'll let the underwriters know. Now, if I can get an offer approved for the property today, do you mind if I tell you how the process works with us?
Sure.
Okay, so once the home is approved and an offer is accepted, we're going to sign a pretty basic agreement that's written in essentially third grade English, not to insult anybody's intelligence, but it's just super easy to understand. After that, within 48 to 72 hours, you would get a call from our transaction coordinator, and she'll actually line up for us to get photos of the property. The title company will make sure there's a clear title for closing. They'll order all the payoffs and everything. And then we schedule to do a few walkthroughs, and then we head to the closing table and get you guys paid. And it's really that simple. All right.
Okay.
The last thing they wanted me to ask you was if we can get to a number that makes sense for both of us, could we move forward with a purchase agreement today?
How about within a week?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I could let them know. Usually if they do approve a property to be purchased and they submit an offer, they'll usually give up to 48 hours. But I can bring it to their attention and, talk to them about it and see what kind of flexibility we might be able to have. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So give me a second. I'm going to run back there, see what they've come up with. And you mind if I put you on another hold real quick?
Oh, God. Again?
Sorry, man. I apologize.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
All right. Well, like I said, at least you don't have to hear a Kamala ad during the hold. So.
Thank God. Yeah, silence is so much better than that.
than cackling. Yeah.
All
right.
If I wanted cackling, I'd listen to my wife. Oh, did I say that out loud? God, she's gonna kill me.
Yeah, right. All right.
Now.
Oh man. All right, give me a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. Sorry.
Right.
Hey, Brad. How do you feel about moving to Iowa? 2,800 square foot home. You get the whole top floor. No, that's out in the barn. Leave the Vaseline out there too.
Yeah, that number's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I butchered that one.
All right, so.
Right?
That's Oklahoma.
Hey, I at least was trying to find a property that had a second building on it, a second house, smallest house for you.
Yeah, we don't know how long this is going to be going on. So.
Right.
Even if, Brad, even if you do get disability, you're still welcome to stay here.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, the more people we have under one roof.
Look right there.
Talking to your favorite pussy?
I wouldn't say my favorite.
I would.
He put a pepperoni up there the other night.
I put the pepperoni up there.
Sterling didn't touch it.
No, Kiki did it. Yeah, I know. I said I was the one who put it up there, honey.
Okay, so this one is 1990 build.
You know what Ahmed's favorite cereal is?
What?
Life. It is.
What's that?
She said that's bad.
You know who Ahmed is, right? Yes.
He really likes it. He talks about going to the Middle East.
Yeah.
And he says, well, who's number one?
Ahmed.
Don't find that. You don't find that offensive at all?
Yeah, this is a tough one to freaking comp. All right, let's take this off. We got a 4.3 2200 square feet. That's over 300. Yeah, I don't think he's still on the line. I think he got disconnected here, which is fine. I'm gonna just underwrite a couple other things. Yeah, Fort Wayne, we've been having trouble comping in Fort Wayne. There's not a lot of flips And so there's a ton of as-is stuff. And then the few properties that are flipped, they're priced so close to some that are not flipped. And so it's, does it even make sense to flip a property? It's almost, more so a novation play, but like for a cash offer, I mean, my cash offer is going to be less than what he owes on the property. Now, there might be a world where we could take it over sub 2 and then put a little bit of cash in his pocket. But I mean, if he's thinking 220, I mean, I could anchor him down by basically saying, if you listed it for 220, you're going to walk away with like, 195, which at a 145 mortgage balance, he would put 50 grand in his pocket. It's going to be hard for me to justify a number that is going to make sense for him. You know what I mean? Yeah, so we're not really going back a year, just because the market was pretty different. Even if we do go back a year, that still doesn't really change much. I mean, everything, the highest priced comp that I'm seeing is 318. It's not really a comp, it's a 4.3. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I just don't see a world where any number really makes sense for this guy. I mean, and if we go on the low end, I mean, there's properties that have sold in the last, if I go 6 months, the lowest price property was sold for 146. His is probably a little bit nicer than that. Bro, if I could get this on a sub 2, that would be a freaking juicy, juicy deal. Let me see what the rent rates are actually. I mean, there's something that's a flip that is posted for 2150 a month. He said his payments are what, 900? Where'd it go? 920 a month. So if we go 920 divided by 0.75, so anything over, 1300 and up is cash flow. Let's see. Let's see, then there's a 1545 a month. This looks like a hedge fund actually. It's not even really remodeled. Yeah, he would hold out for the cash. But it's the end of the night. I'm not going to make another dial after this. So, I mean, we could, even at a 1600 bucks, I mean, we could still cash flow a couple $100, but we would need to put some money. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna anchor him down with the lowest sold comp in the last 6 months. It's a 3.2, 1,800 square feet. That's sold for 146 right across Maysville. Let's see this 231. Problem is this one sold for 231. Is this on market? Yeah, it's on market. Sold quick. Yeah, she's probably sleeping. She's just been chilling on my neck this whole time, just chilling. She loves the warmth. Let's see if there's any pictures. Oh, 36 pictures. Let's see this one. Oh, this one's not even remodeled and sold for 230. Yeah. He could list it and he could get every dollar of that 220 that he's looking for. Yeah. Christian, if you're watching, this is why I'm not really digging Fort Wayne, because the values, everybody I've talked to in Fort Wayne, like their expectation of value is not far off, and they could actually list and get exactly what they're looking for, even with it needing to be remodeled, because I think the values are popping up so well over there because they're building a lot. You know, Google's building a facility. Like you said, they're building a casino, all this other stuff. So I'm going to give them a call and just let them know, because it looks like we're disconnected probably. You know, that we're going to be way too low. You know, and I think he's got better options, especially with timing. Hey, Todd, you there?
Tim, hold on. Hello?
Hello, Todd.
You hung up on me again.
Hey, sorry. I don't know what happened. It disconnected and I came back to silence. And I was like, man, I guess my Kamala jokes are not that great. Yeah, man, I appreciate the patience. What's that?
We're being censored by the administration.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You mean the administration that claims to want freedom, and yet they just want to censor everybody and shut down social media accounts?
Yes, the party of peace and love.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you agree with them.
Exactly. And by peace and love, we mean burning down buildings and cities. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so I want to take a measured approach here, because, you know, the good news is they approved the property to be purchased. The bad news is there's no world in which you're going to accept the offer.
Okay, what offer did they?
Yeah, so from a cash number, I mean, you would basically, you know, the way they're looking at it is, for us to add value, we're going to have to renovate it to 2024 standards and put it back on the market. And even when we do that, what we could sell it for, like all the costs associated with that, our cash offer would end up being less than what you owe on it. So it just wouldn't make sense, you know?
Yeah.
So, now, are you thinking of listing the property for like 220, or what are your thoughts there if you put it on the market?
If I have to put it on the market, I'm just going to stick around.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, there's a handful of comps, you know, that sold for different values, and they're kind of all over the place. You know, I mean, there's stuff that's selling right around that 200, just shy of 200. You know, there's some stuff that's a little bit more updated, selling for over 200. So, you know, I think for us to flip it, I don't think there's going to be enough margin in there for it to make sense, you know. As far as keeping it as a rental, you know, that might be a little bit tougher. You know, there'd be something there, but it's not going to put in your pocket what you're kind of hoping for. And at that point, it doesn't sound like you guys like really have to move, right?
No.
Yeah. So.
No, it's something that I've been bantering around. You know.
Yeah.
Nothing concrete,
I
not
gotcha.
100%.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean the only other option, that might even come close would be, if there was a world where we could, um, like if you're going to finance the new place, there might be a structure, and funny enough, I'm actually buying my personal residence this way. We're closing on Monday or Tuesday. Where what we've done in the past, where a seller had a kind of a set number they were looking to get to,
Uh-huh.
is we did a different structure. It wasn't a cash offer. We came in and basically took over the existing mortgage and then structured, on the remaining equity, so a little bit of cash up front and then seller finance terms to where we basically upgrade that seller to a lender. So now you're getting, you can get more for the property. You can get up to that premium number that you're looking to get. And so basically what that looked like is, we'd a seller kind of similar situation. We were able to cash them out. I think it was like 10 grand at closing, take over their mortgage, and then the remaining equity, we made payments to them over a period of time. And that can look a whole host of different ways. But that might actually make sense if you're going to be financing, some or all of the new home. Those payments on that equity could basically cover the payments that you're needing to make on the new home. But again, it's just a different strategy. Sometimes that just gives us the ability to come up on our offer a bit.
Right.
So, I mean,
Understood.
is that something that you would even be remotely interested in?
Probably not.
No.
No. Yeah, I'd rather just get out from under it, move on to the next place.
Yeah. I gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I think, after the election, after the new year, certainly kind of reassess some things and look at it, but I think you might have a better shot going the listing route, might take a little bit of
Yeah.
time, and you have to do the walkthroughs and the whole dog and pony show, but, I think you have a better shot, getting closer to the number you're looking for that way.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. And, if anything changes, definitely don't hesitate to give us a call. Happy to help out any way we can.
Okay. Will do.
All right, Todd. You have a good one. See ya.
Yep. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right. Yeah, that one was just not, there was no way that deal was going to work in any capacity. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up for the night. I appreciate you guys following along and staying tuned. And yeah, we're going to be auditing our leads. I know we pulled a decent sized list in Fort Wayne. It just seems like that market is not really, it's a hot market and there's a lot of properties that are being sold, but I think the values from an ARV standpoint and an as-is standpoint don't really put cash deals in a really good situation, and you still end up being pretty low on a novation. The novation offers and the cash wholesale offers end up being super close to each other, which kind of removes a lot of the value of the novation pitch, right? The novation pitch is a lot of times it's you anchor with a low number, and if I came in at a low enough number to really like create that value, I'm going to lose credibility on the cash side. So it makes it for a kind of interesting market to really pitch those. But appreciate you guys staying tuned, and hit me up if you guys need any help with anything. I'm going to be back tomorrow dialing. So hit the like button, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel where we make real estate investing easy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.